Hey guys, how's it going? This is Wingboner with Geeks and Games again, and I'm bringing you a quick review over a new card game that's been out for a little while. It just went from mobile devices not too long ago to Steam, and you can see here this is their webpage, and it's pretty fun. If you're in the Hearthstone, some other card games here and there too, and if you played Magic and some other card games of the sort, you'll find some pretty fun and interesting styles of playing with this one as well. Uh, there are several different classes you can choose from, each with their own unique style of play, which makes the game very fun to play. And even in then, they kind of have now with their third expansion, uh, now with the set being out, they've had it where you can build multiple variations of decks, which is really fun. This card game is a quick play. Turns not really that long. It even has an arena system too, which is pretty fun if you get into the game a little bit more. And never really has like a downtime of like bad games or like you had some crazy stupid game. It's always a good game overall. I found this game playing it now for a couple hours. It has a really well balanced, fun style of play. We did do a pack opening and where I had over 50 packs and I built some decks and I've been playing myself. Runecraft, or I'm not sorry, Runecraft or Runecraft. Hmm. Let's see, which one was it? Yes, Isabel. So yes, Runecraft. See, I'm still new to the game, remembering the card names and everything. And I built a deck. It's pretty fun. But I'll go over every one of the classes. And there's the Forestcraft deck, which is kind of like a rush deck with white weenies and play multiple spells to get multiple effects from other cards. Usually, say if you played 2 spells prior to this, you can play this card and get an additional effect. Swordcraft class is just the same style of like rush playing, but they have commanders and officers, and they usually boost each other one way or another and have ways of searching out your deck very quickly for items for other commanders, other officers to make the deck very quick. Runecraft, the deck I play, mainly revolves around spell boosting, and what spell boost does, example like the Wind Blast here, that's a spell, but it has spell boost, but then it has Conjure Golem, which is just a spell, no spell boost. When you play like Conjure Golem, you get a 2/2 Golem, but you spell boost the Wind Blast. And they're described here as well, what they can do. Um, the Dragon class, this is more of like, I guess if you would say kind of in Hearthstone would be like Druid, kind of like Handlock a little bit, and for Magic it'd be kind of on the lines of Green Bruiser or maybe Green White because it has some search, some draw with control and big dragons. It's just meant to play dragons out. It's pretty cool. And their thing is when you have in this game, it's like mana in Hearthstone. You gain 1 mana or orb of spending power every turn until you get to max of 10. When you reach to the 7, that's when all of these cards get second additional effects that are pretty good. Um, Shadowcraft, I haven't played Shadowcraft much myself, but the idea of what I've been seeing for it is it's based around the undead and necromancy, and this is gained by card effects or when certain things die here and there, you gain shadows, and then from the shadows, when you play a card, it takes up your shadows and you get certain abilities from them, making them stronger, more powerful, getting a secondary effect that you usually wouldn't get. These decks can be very ramp based or they can be more of a control base, so pretty cool. It's like blue-black, I would say. In Hearthstone, I say building up what you need and everything, I think it would be kind of like a mage setting up its deck and then going off. The Bloodcraft, this is just straight like Black Suicide, Warlock. Um, the the passive ability for this card is, or this class is Vengeance, and it only takes effect when you have 10 or less health. And I forgot to mention, you only have 20 health in this game, which is pretty unique. Um, but it's pretty cool too, considering you have to be half health to get some sick abilities off these cards. But that being said, this class gets some pretty powerful cards, and in Hearthstone, that's actually kind of like the Warlock cards. You know, you damage yourself to get better effects, but also because you want to go so crazy in the, I mean, you know, the amount of extra skills you can get out of the cards, it's like a shaman card too. You pay so less, you overload, but in this case, you're paying your health. So really cool suicide class. Can be very, 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 very deadly played the right way. And then the next class I played with that I liked, and I haven't really built a deck around it yet, but I do the arena with it quite often, is Havencraft. And Havencraft is strictly just mono blue, very hard control, blue white control and magic, just control, control, control. Even green blue in some cases with some of the creatures you can play. And their main thing is they have amulets, and they have a subcategory of also earth sigils, but you need these amulets that come into play that do effects, and after a certain time they destroy themselves or they're destroyed by another effect, and you gain powerful other followers, creatures, effects. One just wins you the game after it destroys itself 4 times. So really interesting, cool style of play for these cards. And considering every deck here has 2 versions of each one, and then whatever you want to do for fun too, it's pretty interesting. Um, Everything's kept in very good order. You can see very cool style of how it plays here, and they have the mobile style phone, but now you can play on Steam. The searching category, the build cards, is very fun, very easy. Getting gold in the game to buy packs, getting vials or dust you do in Hearthstone is very fast to make too. You get certain stable class cards by going through the solo missions as well. They give you a lot of packs and a lot of vials to make cards, and you can do daily quests and just play through and just non-stop keep getting stuff you need to do it. And you can of course purchase crystals to buy stuff and certain rare things that only come from pre-made decks and other stuff as well, but you can play this game just like Hearthstone completely free, and it's very fun. Um, as for card types, there's spells, amulets, and followers, and then there's some other special cards that make certain things happen, but you can kind of play and go off from there. And then for the abilities, like you can see here, they decipher them how they do in their terms. Like taunt for here, Hearthstone is ward here. Battle cry is fanfare here. Certain things, different names, but if you've played Hearthstone, you've played Magic, you catch on in this game really quick. Um, As for play guides, the website will give you all the details you need how to get idea here. The tutorial, one of the best tutorials that I've seen in a very long time to actually get you into it. It will kind of very slowly walk you into the pace of how to understand and play the game. But then after doing this, you can start building the deck and trying out different things yourself and getting a very good idea of how this game plays out. But it's very fun, very simple, but like other card games and everything else, really hard to master. The animations are pretty fun. The idea of the card games are going out pretty cool too. And one of the key things that I like the most about this game is if you play it and learn about it. Let me see if they show it here. Linking stuff. They don't really show it here, but this little gold orb here for both players, that is called your evolve. And you can see here, it shows on the Floral Fencer that she's a 4-turn, and there's your mana. You can see coming up right here. She's a 4 for a 3/4, and when evolved, she becomes a 4/5 from a 3/4, and she summons a knight and a steel-clad knight. So when you go first, you get 2 evolves. When you go second, you get 3. And there's 1 card or 2 cards that give you more evolved points, but playing the evolved abilities of certain cards will win you the game because automatic gives the ability of those creatures to attack that turn and makes them bigger. So whether you go first or second, you'll have some advantages of playing out and catching up, which is pretty cool to go off. And I think this balances the game really well too. I think the second player gets a little bit more advantage because they get to draw 2 cards and they get 3, but they only can evolve after the first player can evolve theirs first. So kind of sets back a good throw back and forth bill where you're never really steamrolled so bad you don't have a chance to come back. The game gives you a good fighting chance to fight back. Out of the several dozen hours I've played of it so far, I've never really had a game where I've just been ultimately destroyed and crushed. I mean, I've had some where I've drawn bad and it kind of steamrolled out of control, but I still had a fighting chance to get back into the game. But if I had to give this game a true heart overall rating of what it is and how it plays out and everything, I would honestly recommend this game. If I had to say out of 10, I'd give this game for a card game, the visual effects, the player base, and the overall experience of what you can get from it and the learning curve of it. I'd give it a good solid like 9.5 out of 10. I mean, there's minor flaws here and there. They've personal pet peeves of mine, but overall, I would recommend this game for anybody who's in the card games. It's free to play, and if you want a different style, you get out of the Hearthstone, which everybody's playing, or you like Magic, but you want to play something on your own, kind of, and change something a little bit different, play some styles of things you haven't seen before. This is a game to play. So hopefully you found this review helpful, guys. You check it out. Go online, look us up, and other people as well. Play, have fun, play with your friends, and enjoy Shadowverse, guys. And talk to y'all later in the next video. Bye.